Okay, welcome all of you here. Today is not a normal day. All of you know who are live that what is happening today, 31st of July 2025. You know what the pandemonium is going on. But I would love to say something that yes, we are with you and will be with you. I've always said we'll work hard together. But being a teacher, it's my responsibility to teach first, and I'm here. Objections heartily welcome. Let's start the session without any delay. I would love to mark something before I start. Okay, let me show you the slide here. That new SSC examination interface is live on Oliveboard, as you can see. So SSC CGL 2025, if you are appearing in and ready for new question types, bonus mocks have been added. Check the adequacy pattern, the mocks are available. And yes, not to your surprise, the first mock is free. You can take your free mock test now. Prepare to tackle those unexpected pattern with the statement based GK, statistics, decision making, probability, and all these topics which have been added. So I request you to check them. Let me show you a glance of that before I start. And yes, before I start, I'm sorry, I had a class that I finished recently. You have an offer, flat 40% off and 4 months extra on SSC test subscription. Can use the code SUPER and get flat 40% off and 4 months extra for SSC, for railways, for say any specific batch, course, test, or the super elite, in which you get access to all the courses at once, not just the current ones, but also the upcoming ones. Let me show you the new interface. If you haven't adapted, not live tests, just a sec. Okay, I'm sure you can see this. You have this previous mark for review, save and next, submit option up above, not here. You can check, select your subject the way you want, English, GA, GS, and aptitude. You can, if you answer a question, you'll see the green mark here. Everything you have attempted, I cannot. Okay, we have an option for zoom in the content and zoom out also. You can zoom the content in or zoom it out. And yes, the timer runs over there, time left, last 59 minutes and everything such. So do attempt your first mock and yes, get ready for the unexpected sets. Okay, let's go. Everybody here, let's start our mock that I have brought for all of you here, not bought. Okay, be careful. As per the new pattern I have observed, questions will be tricky, lengthy, not that difficult. Here we go. Great. Great, all of you here. Thank you. Um, however, cannot start the sentence first and foremost. The advent of AI promises to revolutionize nearly every phase of human endeavor, from healthcare to environmental conservation. The advent of AI has come and it has revolutionized every phase of human endeavor. However, such grand announcements, promises that you mark, the same line marked out there. It's good to see AI, like AI is revolutionizing every phase of human endeavor and all. That's a positive statement. However, such pronouncements, promises, announcements often overlook those challenges inherent in the large scale implementation. That's a negative statement. They overlook the challenges. From data privacy concerns, that's a challenge, to ethical dilemmas, that's another challenge, surrounding the autonomous decision making, the path to full integration or implementation is fraught with obstacles. So what should we do? That's the conclusion, that's the solution, that's the ending. Addressing these complexities, problems, challenges necessitates interdisciplinary collaboration and this and that and that. Done. You start with AI, the advent of AI. However, it has problems like this and that, and we should address them all. BADC, flat. Now, you have to pick the one which is grammatically appropriate. Neither the manager, okay, nor his subordinates, no problem, was able to, just a sec, neither nor takes the verb as per the second or the nearest term. Okay. So neither the manager nor his subordinates were able to comprehend the details of the protocol. Seems good to me and you too. What about the rest of those? Neither the manager nor his subordinates was not possible. Subordinates were is okay. I'll check this one. Subordinate was, you can't change the tone of the author. In C, that was all correct, but at the end it says protocols, which was not stated by the author. So the first one, the most appropriate one. Next. Welcome all of you here from my side. Kajal, Radhe Radhe, Jai Ma Kali. Adarsh, Om Namah Shivaya, brother. Esther, Hare Krishna. Mohini, thank you. God bless you too. Shweta, Vaishnavi, Shweta Harar Mahadev. Jai Jinendra, Nancy, Heartbeat, Sumeda, Divyanshi, Radhe Radhe. Arya, Nisha, Shweta, great. Kajal, Jai Ma Kali. Bubbly, Aman, Rohit, Priya, Pooja, Lovely, Gunjan, and all of you here. Radhe Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna, Runesh, Sanjana, Shagufta, Akash, Diya, Ajay, Jai Jagannath, brother. Great. Okay. The level will increase pretty soon. Select the option that best transforms the sentence into active voice. The profound impact of digital disinformation campaigns on electoral processes is being acknowledged. Present continuous, it seems to me. Are acknowledging, no objection. Acknowledge is not continuous. Have is not continuous. Will is not going to be continuous in the present tense. No. Experts are evaluating that's continuous once again, and this is being evaluated seems good. What about the rest of those? Is evaluated, no ing, that was continuous. No has, no was, no. Jessica, Harar Mahadev. Shreya, good evening. Radhe Radhe. Shali, Harar Mahadev. Welcome, Praikta. Muskan, Radhe Radhe, good evening. Vaibhav, hello. Arvind. Shubham, good evening, brother. Okay, that's cool. Um, okay. Select the most appropriate antonym of the word. Pernicious is actually harmful. Malicious will be synonym. Subtle shows those tiny nuances, not at all related. Obvious is apparent, not at all related. And something harmful, the opposite of which will be beneficial. The journalist remarked, how can we corroborate these allegations without concrete evidence? Okay, he asked how they could seems good. Can in the past tense is not possible. Drop this. He inquired if, but it was how. You can't drop how or any word that was given up there. How could those highly speculative allegations without concrete evidence? Fine. He asked how they could have, but we don't have any have out there. How can we? No, so dropped. Okay. The eminent philosopher posited that human consciousness is an emergent property of complex neural networks. He said human consciousness, that's indirect, and if something in the past tense is present in present, that means it's a universal truth. That means it's a general statement and such. So posited, that is. He said, that is. Not interrogative. Human consciousness is an emergent property of complex neural networks. He exclaimed. I can't see any exclamation out there, and you can't put that in past. If that is in past, in actual that will be past perfect. Okay, next. Arvind, if you know me, I have mentioned that, brother. Abhir, please check the video in the beginning. I hope you will see something. Not just we came and dropped a message in between without knowing the context and anything. Arvind, speechless, brother. Speechless, to be honest. Nitish, welcome. Great, everyone. Great. Thank you. Between this and that. Okay. The corporation's unprecedented success was primarily attributed to their, but you're talking about just one corporation, one company, one institution, and for one we don't use they, that's a plural word. We use it in the possessive case. It's innovative marketing strategies. Fine. It's innovated. No, innovative itself is an adjective. No need to change that. There, nope. Its marketing strategies, which were innovative, need not rephrase, just make the grammatical correction. Fine, done, all. That was a good one because many made a mistake and put B and C together because it's talking about nations, countries. It's talking about nations, countries. But if we put B and C together, then A doesn't exist in the passage because what B is defining, that phenomenon is marked in B, and we can just reflect to that and say this phenomenon. If we don't mention A after B, it doesn't exist in the whole passage. See, highly skilled professionals seeking better opportunities and improved quality of life frequently emigrate from their home countries. And you know this, you have heard this, you may have objection to this. People grow up here, they learn from this nation, and they serve a different nation then. Highly skilled professionals seeking better opportunities and improved quality of life frequently emigrate from their home countries. This is called brain drain, and this impedes the development of many economies. Done. BA. Resultingly, these economies, nations face a problem. Educating a workforce to see them contribute to foreign countries, and the implications extend beyond just economic losses, beyond that. So that's the additional information. Done. Objections welcome. And a couple of words with fixed pairing with and is between is followed by and both is followed by and. So the nuanced distinction between this and that. Done. Good. He is known for his trenchant wit. Moreover can't be the first statement, so drop this first. Deforestation, driven largely by agricultural expansion and illegal logging, continues to devastate vital ecosystems globally. It's devastating. And you can see another term like this, devastating, destroying, and such. Yes, this destruction, the devastation out there, this destruction out there contributes to climate change, exacerbating global warming and disrupting local weather patterns. Loss of biodiversity, soil erosion, disruption of water cycles are just some of the bad outcomes. Fine, starting with B, and additional information can be kept later. So B and C. Moreover, the long-term ecological consequences of unchecked deforestation are profoundly alarming. Probably these are the consequences that they are marking. Loss of biodiversity, soil erosion, disruption of water cycles are the long-term consequences. Starting with B and C, the devastation, the destruction, done. Just one option with B, C. His treatise theory offered a blank space critic of the contemporary ethical frameworks. What's the tone? That may be positive, maybe negative. The tone is here. Exposing their inherent contradictions. Exposing their inherent contradictions. That means it should be vigorous. It should be forceful in order to expose someone's inherent things. Cursory is just little. Superficial and cursory both mean the same. Having shallow, little amount, not in deep. And if you offer analysis, it can't be superficial, it can't be cursory. Oblique is a negative word. Oblique, that means slant. That means a little tilted. That means indirect. Why would I put indirect critic? In order to expose, I must be putting direct words out there. Trenchant, that means severe, that means harsh, that means vigorous, that means sharp analysis, exposing their inherent contradictions. And in the same way, the climate scientist warned must be passed. Yes, unless global emissions are reduced, tripping points will be crossed. Okay, the climate scientist warned that unless they are reduced. In the past tense, we can't have present. Drop it. He warned that unless they had been. No, that was present indefinite. That has to be past indefinite. No past perfect tense. Nope. And no will or would here. It was there. Climate scientists warned that unless global emissions were, because of are, were, and that will be, that would be perfect. Next. Welcome, Renu. Heartbeat. B in just one. Welcome, Rohit. Radhe Radhe. Hassan, good evening, brother. God bless you. Yes, that is brief and hasty also. Hasty, rapid. Welcome, Rabbit Queen. Okay, we can see a couple of answers for 16, A and C both. Can we be unanimous? Because I can see the majority is saying A. Let's check. Active. The proposed legislative amendments are being meticulously scrutinized by a bipartisan committee. Check the time and tense first. They are being scrutinized. Present continuous. A committee is scrutinizing. Seems good. No present indefinite. No has. No will. Government's new policy aims to blank space the disparity, that means the difference between urban and rural regions. Government's policy won't increase the difference between the rich and the poor, between urban and rural. It'll reduce the disparity, that means the difference between urban and rural regions. So it should be reducing. Some word such should be the answer. Exacerbate is to make things worse, and the government's policy won't make things worse. Compound is to add, so it'll add disparity, that means increase. No, we want reduce. Magnify is to increase. Reduction is going to be ameliorate. The algo underpinning modern AI systems were developed past indefinite. Numerous researchers developed, not bad, the algo. They have developed, no. They are developing, no. They had developed, no. Let's have some more. Education can ameliorate social disparity, differences, inequality. Heartbeat perfect. Arvind, please go through the content, brother, if you have your examination soon. Great, Shweta. No error. Whoa. Thank you. Okay, what's the correction in the 17th one? That's head and shoulders above. Arvind, I'll check because I was in class, to be honest, brother. Go ahead, go ahead. You are correct. Waiting for all the answers. Yes, you are correct. What about 19? No problem. What about 19? Quick, I'll mark the 17th one. Okay, A, sure. Having successfully navigated the dangerous political landscape, the astute, clever diplomat was, in all intents and purposes, the correct phrase is not in all intents and purposes, it's for all intents and purposes, because for purpose we basically use for. Check this out. For all intents and purposes, that's the correct idiom. For all intents and purposes means in every practical sense or virtually. For all intents, whatever your intention is and whatever the purpose is, yes, Arya, you are correct. To all intents and purposes, for all intents and purposes, for all intents and purposes, that's the idiom. Okay, so it's not whatever I wrote there. In all intents. For all intent and purposes, this and that. Oh, that was a good one. Equivocal, where your vocal, that means your words, have equal meaning. Tomorrow's class will be at 7. Yes, sir, we'll be here at 7. I took the class in the morning. But, sir, you said at 7. Yes, I did say at 7. Did I say 7 a.m. or p.m.? That is equivocal because 7 a.m., 7 p.m. both means 7. Both mean 7. So equivocal where words have equal meaning, and when a couple of words have equal meaning, that means they are ambiguous. The opposite is unequivocal where words don't have a clear meaning, that means they have a clear and distinct or direct meaning. So that's going to be the unequivocal, equivocal, ambiguous, and misleading. The task of rebuilding the city was undertaken by past indefinite seems to me. Someone took, fine, takes, nope, no has, no was, taking, no ing out there. Hmm. Great, everyone here. Absolutely correct. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Continuous learning and adaptation have become imperative for individuals seeking to remain relevant in the modern workforce. We had this yesterday also, I think. Uh, this phenomenon that continuous learning and continuous adaptation have become imperative for everyone willing to be relevant in any workforce. And this phenomenon is particularly marked in all fields, undergoing rapid advancement where some expertise will become obsolete. Without this engagement, professionals risk falling behind. See this, we have to be continuously learning, we have to be adapting ourselves, that's imperative. And this phenomenon, once again, BA altogether. You can't start with A, this phenomenon. Which phenomenon? You can't start with D. Consequently, about what? These are the consequences, fine, but of what are these the consequences? D can't start, consequently. A can't start. C, we don't have an option. For sure, B starting, and B will take A after that. Done. No sooner had the alarm sounded than the security personnel had mobilized. No, we put perfect tense here. We can't have two sentences happening at the same time in past perfect tense. Past perfect uses one tense, that it happened before it happened. The other one has to be in past indefinite. A couple of statements can never ever be in past perfect. One of them has to be in past indefinite. So no sooner had that the alarm sounded than he mobilized to assess the situation. Fine. No had here, not possible. And no sooner had the alarm sounded when. No sooner is not followed by when. No sooner than here. Then what about a conjunction there? Horrible. We have the best choice. A couple more till 25, and then we will have an RC. Because it is said, Rohit, Nancy cheating. No, I didn't say anything. I just said what Jessica said. Great, everyone here. 22 is not A, 22 is C. A more appropriate choice, I don't remember this, we'll check. C. The catastrophic environmental degradation evident in the region is largely bereaved, already passive, so we need active. To have been precipitated, that's another passive. Have been precipitated, B plus V3 is a passive. And you remember double passive? Like that's a statement we have to transform in passive. Then the passive should not be this. English, not mathematics. If that's the statement, 3 minus 5, that we have to transform in passive or active, that means change the voice. Transform the one which was in active to passive, but transform the one which was already in passive into active. And we missed one of the components in A option. Unsustainable industrial practices is the subject for this verb, precipitated. But it is now taking that verb, believed. No. Not appropriate. Unsustainable practices largely precipitated, but that was have been precipitated. What about have here? Many believe like that. It is believed. Remember, Akbar was a mighty king. It is believed Akbar was a mighty king. It is known Akbar was a mighty king. It is said Akbar was a mighty king. Or Akbar is said to be, believed to be, known to be a mighty king. So this is like Akbar is said to be, believed to be a mighty king. That means many believe that, people believe that Akbar was a mighty king. So people believe, it is believed what? That unsustainable practices Precipitated. To have, because that was infinitive, to have precipitated the catastrophic environmental degradation. And the region's catastrophic environmental degradation was, no, that's not past. See, objections welcome. Shikha, okay? By the time the expedition reaches the summit, weather conditions will have severely hampered their progress. Okay, by the time it reaches the summit, their progress, okay, will have been hampered. Seems good. Their progress will be, no, it's will have been. Adverse weather conditions will have, no, but the subject is their progress, not conditions. That's already the subject there. When you flip, that should be the object, not the subject. Their progress would. It's not would in the actual statement, and that's not narration. Last slide before we head on to the RC. Hassan, drop me a message. I'll extend the validity so that you can at least go through voice and narration, brother. Just drop me a message, please. Right. Thank you, Hassan. 24B and 25A. Um, the scientist lamented, if only we had anticipated, our research would not be in such disarray now. He lamented, if that's assertive statement, remember, don't take me wrong. In case of an interrogative statement, he asked that if is not possible. He asked that if is not possible. But in case of an assertive statement, you have the conjunction that and you have anything that is marked out there. It's not asked, it's asserted. So he lamented, you need the conjunction here that we have here. Great. He exclaimed, Nancy, I cannot see any Jessica exclamatory sign this time. Prakta. And one more thing is now becomes then. You can't use now again. He wished that. What about the conjunction if already given out there? You can't skip words. The only option. He lamented that if only they had anticipated the scale, their research would not have been. That's perfect. That's third conditional, had anticipated, third conditional, and third conditional takes would have and a V3. Perfect. The critic wondered whether this would. So will, fine. Does cannot be would, could cannot be would, and it doesn't. It's will here, but that's not question. That's not question. And that's not in the interrogative tone. In order to be a question, that has to be, will has to be at the beginning. Will, does, could, they come at the beginning, not this way. Have a look. We'll have some questions related to this, the RC. Perfect. Heartbeat. Would not be in now becomes would not have been then. Shikha, which one? Others, thank you, brother. Is it buffering really? No. Hanji Hanji would not be tha. Don't be sorry. Thank you, Mohini. Obsolete. You understand Hindi? Hassan, chalan se bahar. Something no longer in use. Okay, done. Please. We'll start with an easy one first, so that's not going to be a difficult one. You can see straight answers from the passage if you have gone through. Slowly, we will have the difficult ones also. Great response from all of you here. Thank you. I'll explain them all, but the way you've answered is phenomenal. Great. Fourth A, all of you are saying and you are correct. Everybody here. Phenomenal. No, you are correct. You are correct. Don't change. That was just a piece of surprise from me. Na Shikha, I'll mark. Actually, they are straight marked in the passage. Great, everyone. Let's see now. What's the passages primary point about the nature of digital art compared to the traditional art? They've been saying it's fragile, it can be copied, it can be changed, it can be lost. It's ephemeral, lasting for a very short time. It's impermanent, not permanent. It's impermanent. They have said it n number of times. It's volatile, changing. It's enduring legacy. That means it may not endure. It depends upon this and that and that. It can be obsolete also. They have marked n number of times. So it's not permanent. It can be changed, replicated, modified. It can be lost also. The transient nature, changing frequently. So digital art is more expensive. They haven't talked about expensive. That's inherently fragile and susceptible to loss. Exactly. Despite the apparent permanence, it looks but is not. Your objection is welcome. Why do some people paradoxically view the inherent ephemerality of digital art? They see it as a liberating force that mirrors the transient nature of human experience marked directly. This inherent ephemerality, often viewed as weakness, is paradoxically embraced by some artists. That's what they have said. Why do some artists paradoxically love, see, view, embrace the inherent ephemerality? Who see it as a liberating force and such. So it's a liberating force. What's the specific challenge digital conservations face regarding the preservation? They mark the challenge. There should be somewhere. digital I don't remember exactly where this was marked, but yes, they have marked the challenge also. Mm -mm -mm. Hmm. They have marked here. However, the question of preservation looms large. What happens when file formats become obsolete or they stop to exist? Digital conservations or conservators struggle with emulation, recreating that, and migration. So that's the struggling phase, that's the challenge, that's the problem. But these are continuous resource intensive battles against this. So that's the problem, that's the challenge, the continuous resource intensive battles against technological and all. Originality, what is there? So originality undergoes radical redefinition. If every copy is pixel perfect, identical to the original file, where this and that, marked straight. Originality, every copy is pixel perfect and identical to the original file. What does the author say about the long-term survival? It totally depends upon enduring legacy. Long-term survival depends not just on artistic vision, but on robust and ever-evolving infra of digital stewardship. Relies on robust and ever-evolving infra of digital stewardship. And what about the tone? Critical, not criticizing or condemning, putting both views, the positive ones embraced by some and the negative ones also. Purely celebratory? No. There were challenges and problems also. It can be copied, modified, lost. Sarcastic or mocking? He didn't mock. But that was purely analytical and nuanced. Thanks a lot, everyone. See you pretty soon. Thank you for being here. Yes, we'll work hard together. Kindly stay connected. And you can download the PDF of the session, also go through your courses section and check the YouTube PDFs, and they are all there. If somebody is new here, do subscribe. See you in the classes. Thanks a lot. NFTs in their full form are non-fungible, I hope that's the pronunciation, tokens. They are unique digital assets typically stored on a blockchain that represent ownership of items like art, music, videos, even virtual real estate also. Thank you, Adarsh. Om Namah Shivaya. Arvind, always thankful to you. Kajal, Jema Kali, Ronesh, thank you. Vaibhav, thank you, brother. Lovely. Akash, Divyanshi, Heartbeat, always thankful. Shagufta, Icha. Shagufta, is that working now? Vaishnavi, Shweta, thank you so much, beta. Bubbly, Saloni, Dia, Hassan, Arya, Neha, Esther, Ajay, Shikha, Heartbeat, thanks a lot. Wrinkle, Hassan, Renu, Nancy, thank you. Muskan, perfect, beta. Superb. Nitish, and everyone here. Okay, so bye bye. Take care. It's not working. Need to check now. Jessica, thank you so much. That's admit card, Muskan. The notification of the admit cards. Thank you. I can't speak English that way, but still saying the same. Take a bow. Thank you. Thank you, hey dear. Thank you. Wrinkle, thank you so much for saying this mock is the same as adequacy pattern. Respect, brother, and thank you for the encouragement and support. Thanks a lot. See you.